That's it. Get it.
Well,
Have it in there.
Post-training. I'm going to have shit in my teeth for this whole interview.
You already trained this morning?
Yeah.
I just got out of bed.
But,
Yeah,
pretty early. I would have thought you were an early morning person.
No, I am, but the baby's, the last couple of nights she's been up in the middle of the night for like a couple of hours, just wide awake, so I've been up with her.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah.
I got woken up by Buddha this morning.
Hey, what was you doing? Humping your head?
Being a fuckhead. Nah, I was...
Anyway, all right, we've got Ricky. How's it going, mate?
Not bad. How are we?
Yeah, good, man. How's everything going with this lockdown business?
Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
It is, yeah.
But,
You still able to get some training in?
Yeah, trying. Not to the extent that I'd like, but anything's better than nothing.
Yep, nah, too easy, man. All right, so we've got you on for a bit of a Q&A today. So we've got some fans asking questions. So we're just going to punch them out because we got told off last time from our producer because we did about a half an hour Q&A and it was too long for Instagram. So we're going to keep it short today. All right, so the first one we've got is all right, so from Tyson Martin. I actually know this young fella. He's a good little fighter. But he says, who would you like your next opponent to be? So is anyone on the Australian circuit, someone, in a bigger organisation?
Look, I really don't look too much into who my next opponent's going to be because I just want to fight. So it's hard enough getting a matchup as it is. Last year was horrible trying to get a matchup. So I'll really take anything I can get. Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell you like fighting. You had bloody 2 fights in one night. How'd that go?
Went pretty good, I reckon.
Yeah, I got that heavyweight
couple
strap.
wins. I've got it right here because last time Dan Kelly told me I need to have it everywhere, and I didn't have it, and he yelled at me.
Yeah, you got to sleep with it and everything.
Yeah, just sits in my room.
How's Ricky getting around Auckland, fucking with his belt?
That's it. Lap it up. You got to. How'd you prepare for? So knowing you had 2 fights coming up, how'd you prepare for something like that?
Well, I didn't know I had 2 fights in the one night till a few days beforehand. I was told it was going to be the first fights were going to be on the Auckland card and that the finals were going to be at a later date. And then they messaged me saying, oh, we want to do it in one night. And I was like, okay, yeah, sweet. So it's really hard to prepare when you don't know who you're fighting.
Do you think it's better not? You think it's not better knowing leading up to it, like having it just thrown at you and it's just less time to think about it?
In a way, yes, because I wasn't stressing about what my opponents were doing. I was just focusing on my training and what I needed to do. So, yeah, there was no point stressing about it if it was out of my control.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can. For me, I like to have the things sort of thrown at me last minute. The more time I have to think about them, I don't know, the more sort of stress you have. And what do you reckon, Jimmy?
Mate, I hate long camps. I do them. I do like 14-week camps, but they're the worst. I reckon you're better off doing a 6-week camp. You're better off staying fit and then having 6 weeks notice, I reckon. But
sure,
never works out like that.
All right, so we've got we've got a question. So we'll ask this for both you, for Jimmy and Ricky. So it's about bullying. So did you guys ever experience? I mean, you guys are both fucking massive, so I doubt you got bullied as kids. But did you ever experience bullying as a child?
You want to take it, Jimmy, or?
No, you go first, bro. You're the guest.
Yeah, a little bit throughout primary school and high school, but nothing major. The worst bullying I guess I copped was actually just out of high school, where me and a mate got mugged, which is actually what got me into training. But other than that, nothing too savage, fortunally.
Yeah,
I wonder about that's juicy. We need to talk about that.
I was going to say, yeah, can you elaborate on what happened that night?
So me and one of my mates, Belch, shout out to him because I know he'll be watching. We were going to another one of our mates' place, and broad daylight, a couple of dickheads that were drugged up just came up and asked for cigarettes and then asked for cash, and then Belch copped an elbow, I copped a punch to the face, and it was just a shit feeling of not being able to defend myself. So that was really how training started for me. Was after that was like I need to do something.
Yeah, that's a pretty good story. I was going to ask you how you got into it, but so did you get in for obviously self-defense and then it progressed into making a career out of it, or you wanted to have a career from the start?
Making a career was never really a thought for me. It was just start off with self-defense, then I fell in love with doing it, and then my coach Heath was like, hey, think maybe you might be ready for a fight at some point. And then once that idea was in my head, that was it. I just want to fight.
Yeah, no,
I remember.
awesome, man. Yeah.
I remember when I first started training with you, Ricky. You hadn't had a fight, or you had one. When was your first fight? A few years back. I've been training you for
June 2016. I remember we started training together just before that.
Yeah, so like I was talking to you, and you're just like, nah, I'll just do it for a bit of fun. And I'm just like, bro, you can't fucking do this sport for a bit of fun.
Can't half-ass it. Not at all.
Well, you can do the sport for a bit of fun, but you can't take professional fights for a bit of fun.
No.
Yeah, the damage and stress and everything you got to do it for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything we put our bodies
Especially
through.
someone like Ricky, who's in there day in and day out helping fucking guys like me, you, Ben. Like, it's not fun. It's not copping hidings on a weekly basis. It's not fun.
Oh, I remember helping you for the Melbourne card. Mate, that was a shit time for me. Just getting beat up 7 days a week.
Yeah, man, but fuck it. It's like you look back and you see what that does for your mental strength and stuff. And don't worry, you were beating the fuck out of me too. I was just sort of smiling and waving
Let me know it, you bastard.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like about the resilience crew is, you go to some gyms and they want to spar lighter or more technical, or some guys take it personal if you go hard on them. I'd take it personally on you guys if you didn't go hard on me, because my mindset is if you're not kicking the shit out of me on a daily, you're not helping me.
Mate, how can you get?
If you're my mate, if you're my mate, if you guys are my mates and you want me to get better, you're gonna belt me as hard as you can.
Yeah.
So that's my sort of mindset.
If you get clipped, it's because your hands weren't up, or obviously there's no malicious intent, but you're still trying to crack each other.
Unless it's against Duke, then there's a little bit of maliciousness.
That poor boy.
Yeah, but all right. So Ricky, what do you reckon's next for yourself? Are you looking eyeing off another sort of regional card, or you want to go overseas to a bit of a bigger organisation?
We were eyeing off a regional card until this whole COVID thing kicked in and really put a halt on that. So once it's over, just pick up where we left off. Like I said, man, I just want to fight. Yeah.
No, that's good, man. It's good. How did it feel getting that belt finally? So for those who don't know, Ricky, so what we've been talking about is Ricky had 2 fights in one night on the Eternal card in Auckland for the Eternal heavyweight belt. So you're basically pretty much the baddest dude in Australia, pretty much.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh man, it was a bloody hard scrap that night. You did well, real super. I think it motivated us for the next day.
I'm gonna post some footage of me and Sam watching it at this Japanese restaurant, and we're sitting there watching. And when he gets his hand raised in the second fight, me and Sam are just like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, like in the middle of this quiet Japanese restaurant."
Yeah, we're all pumped for you, man. But all right, we're gonna have to call it there because we're at about time. But look, man, if you'd like to, we'll get you in the studio when this lockdown's over.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll an episode with you and get to know the real Ricky Biechun.
Awesome.
Is that the fire alarm?
The smoke alarm went off. You can tell I've been cooking.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks, boys.
Thanks,
fellas.
See you soon.
Thanks for having me.